Our players are ready. We are ready. And yeah, it is indeed the question. What shape is ThorZaIN? His DreamHack run ended quite abruptly in winter in the group stage, so he's not going to Katowice. But instead, it is Happy, Foggy, Hawk, Vortex, and X-Lord. So Mr. DreamHack no more, but maybe he's becoming Mr. W3C. But he's facing an undead that, at least for me, he might be the rising star thanks to the Flow network, as his ping is getting a little better. And since then, he seems very, very motivated, putting in the hours and getting the results. Sheik versus ThorZaIN. We start on Terran Stand.
Yeah, Sheik always a very fun player. His mechanics, his, what's it called? The fundamentals are also there, but especially he was one of the first crazy guys to play like Zeppelin drop harass while expanding with a Lich first, going for frenzy A-bombs, completely crazy stuff. I guess on the highest level of competition here, Sheik may stick more to the Crypt Lord, but he certainly is a Crypt Lord player. In fact, nowadays, against human, most players are. And with the exception of Happy. So this is what we're expecting from Sheik, especially when Terran Stand is left in the pool. You have no choice but to wonder why this would be the case, if not for Crypt Lord, which seems very, very likely.
All right, then. In the upper left, we got Sheik. He could follow Cooper and Cash and Happy to have 4 Russians in the quarterfinals. That would be a 50% representation right there. ThorZaIN on the other side. He was one of 2 Swedes making it into the round of 16. Little DC was already eliminated, so it's up to him to represent the Swedish honor. Of course, he is the Swedish champion of the in-house LAN not too long ago, where he defeated Little DC. He should be going into this match as a little bit of a favorite, but especially here on this map, in this matchup, you never really know. We do have a Mountain King opening by ThorZaIN.
Yeah, on Terran Stand, very good. You can rely on the MK creeping safely until level 3 and get easy Merc Camp support. If you're lucky, maybe a couple of mana items on top as well, and just a very good defensive map for Mountain King. Mountain King can be very good against the Crypt Lord. Oh my god, but we don't see him. We don't see the Lord of the Crypt, we see the Lord of the Dread. And that is a Sheik special, boys. Of course, side is Mr. Dreadlord, but Sheik can play all sorts of strategies, and you have to be prepared for everything, including the Dreadlord.
Indeed. Enter Sandman, ladies and gentlemen. He will put this dwarf to sleep, and some footmen as well, and then maybe a couple of surrounds. You can expand with the Dreadlord as well. And that's maybe something that ThorZaIN is not prepared for. We know that he's a very, very smart player with very elaborated game plans, but how used are you to playing Dreadlord in this day and age?
I mean, I'm not a human player on ladder, so I wouldn't be able to tell you, but it seems like almost nobody is playing Dreadlord anymore. All the guys who used to play Dreadlord now play Crypt Lord because it's just straight up better, early on especially. The power of early game Impale plus the Beatles is very high, whereas Sleep and Aura is like meh. But if the Dreadlord gets to level 5, and especially level 6, that's where he shines. Dreadlord is the only undead hero with a really good ultimate. The Crypt Lord's is okay, it's kind of good. DK and Lich rather weak, but the Dreadlord's is amazing. For that reason, the Dreadlord is played solo a lot of the time, but doesn't have to be. He's starting off with a fast level 2. With the Blight here, seems like expansion is going to be the call. Yeah, the Acolyte was a little bit late, I was wondering, but Acolyte is coming through. And normally, the way we saw Dreadlord having the most trouble was by facing an AM and then getting pushed with rifles on tier 2. But here, with the Dreadlord now, not contested that way, with there being an MK, this could very well work out pretty good for Sheik.
All right then. First sleep, first surround, first kill. He was scanning before at the expansion. Not too sure if he used the second one as well. But yeah, he should be aware that this is an expansion by ThorZaIN with a Mountain King. You kind of need it. Very tanky MK once again. And there's some militia just standing around. A little bit of a macro mistake by ThorZaIN, as it seems. An expansion on both sides.
Yeah, it's all about minimizing damage right now. making sure your expansion is coming up without suffering too much. And ideally, you want to be able to slow down the enemy economy as much as you can. Because these are going to be some pretty slow early game strategies. It's going to come down to the later tech. Maybe tier 2 tech or maybe tier 3 tech, especially gargoyles, something I could see here. So this is going to be a long game, and you want to get a little bit ahead early if you can. We have MK with level 3 already across the map. The power of his Stormbolt right now, definitely quite scary, and we see that here. And the Dreadlord still a little bit away from his powerful level 3.
Indeed, and ThorZaIN is just putting down the hammer on these ghouls with level 3, of course. Very efficient, getting 2 kills right away. Was harassing a little, almost killed a peasant here. 2 new skeletons are coming in as the tower is not ready, and ThorZaIN not reacting to the fresh new set of skeletons, losing one. Mountain King was dodging the ghouls here though. Can he catch up once more? Doesn't seem like it. Tier 2 not started on neither side, but this expansion is uncontested and quite a bit faster than ThorZaIN's as well.
Going to be fully mining here soon. The advantage for Undead fast expanding compared to other races, especially to human, is the expansion is somewhat fast, but human can certainly have it faster, potentially. However, what it doesn't cost for the Undead is lumber. Not much lumber at all. Yeah, it costs the beginning amount of 220 or whatever it is, but the ghouls can be at home. You don't have to power build anything, so you can follow up with a tier 2 tech very fast. Normally much faster than the human can. For ThorZaIN, tier 2 still seems to be fairly far away, whereas Sheik could tech right now if he wants to. He's also continuing to creep. Found a Scroll of the Beast, but very slot-starved here already on his build.
True. Could use it for some ghouls, maybe. We got a new donation, by the way. Mr. Buttlick with the $4.12. ThorZaIN in the membrane. Nice one. This scroll can come in handy if he wants to go for like mass guards or something, but we don't see that yet. Nor do we see a graveyard. You can't just go full ghouls, otherwise the MK is just clapping you to death. There's no way to prevent level 4 at this point. Mercenaries are helping out in the defense, a little bit of a cancellation on the healing of the MK. Yeah, seems like Sheik is trying to find an opening, but ThorZaIN is not allowing that yet.
A player's forces are under attack.
Good scout here as well. Footman sees where the opponent is coming in from. And Sheik playing a Berserker. Sheik is that kind of player, he doesn't care about conventions. Normally, no Undead would ever buy a Berserker because you can just go for Fiends instead. In those, you can at least coil and heal. But Sheik is outside the box. He has his own style, and you have to be ready for that if you happen to be facing him. First, Carrion Swarm coming through. The Hadouken doing good damage to these peasants. Level 2, Carrion Swarm, 2 shots peasant, so you have to be ready for the second one. Oh, didn't use it yet. There we go. It has a very long range. That is the big advantage of this spell. The range is very, very long. It doesn't have any crowd controlling abilities like a clap with the slow or a nova or something like that, but it has very long range and it hits all units. Mechanical, biological, air, ground, everything is hit, but no bad damage towards buildings.
All right. We have a little bit of a ghoul run by added to the mix on the left-hand side. So far, only the ghouls suffering for it. He uses Staff Teleportation, which limits his mobility at the moment. He can't move across the map and pressure there. Where at the expansion of Sheik, we do have the Necropolis, we do have the second crypt, we do have the third crypt, and the graveyard. So this looks very, very much like gargoyles to me.
Zeppelin being purchased. And that is the Zeppelin drop harass. This is something that has been shown a lot by the Dreadlord. And by Sheik before. The nice thing here also is you can unload, throw out the Carrion, and load up instantly again to not get burned by the Arcane Tower. Which is very annoying right now for ThorZaIN. This is the situation where you would love to have some water elementals. So Sheik is punishing the weaknesses of the Mountain King pretty well.
Air superiority, indeed. Tier 2 almost done. Then at least he could go for rifles, but he's not finishing the blacksmith. He's teching here. He wants the lumber income. And only now starting the blacksmith again. We do have a mud column. That helps. Plus the Shadow Priest. This is more map control. Or should be more map control for Sheik. As ThorZaIN is camping with most of his army in his own base. He really wants this blacksmith, doesn't he? Oh, unload. This could be dangerous.
Yeah, that Zeppelin is looking pretty hurt. Losing the Shredder would be super painful. In the meantime, MK is returning the favor, by the way. Harassing the Acolytes at the expansion with a Stormbolt. He can take them out pretty quick. Mauler in trouble. Right click from the Dreadlord, by the way, also not too bad. With that and the Shredder, maybe can even cancel this Blacksmith. That would be delaying the workshops for a long time, but it might not quite be enough.
Oh, very close. Mass repair. Dreadlord up again. Mauler back, and he kills it. That's huge. That blocks the tech tree for ThorZaIN for such a long time, as you said. And Garks are out as well, so he can't build anti-air. How much damage?
He got a lot of experience, though. He was still single hero. He got the experience from the Mauler, and that guy is like 2 tomes of experience. So he's close level 5 now, which is extremely strong. So strong, in fact, that if possible, you want to stay away from ground units and go into air. This is what we see with the Gargoyles. Gargoyles can be pretty effective against MK early, and they have decent power spikes. But the longer the game goes, if we go to 15 Gargoyles plus, they can get hard countered by gyros really hard. Of course, the workshops were just delayed, but they will be coming at some point.
Vampiric Aura works against, like, mechanical units as well, right?
I don't think so.
I'm
not sure about that, though. It works against Ancients.
Ancients are kind of different.
Yeah. I don't think it works against mechanical units, but we may get a chance to find it out. Because, yeah, Workshop Gyro is usually the best thing against Mass Gargs, but of course there is a Dreadlord here with Carrion Swarm, which is
Zombie
super
Mask!
powerful.
That's amazing! With the delayed statues, the Zombie Mask is the best thing he could find, probably.
The MK, he can solo this army, kind of.
Yep.
Well, he can't kill the Gargs.
Don't want to surround.
But the Zapper!
Oh! Run!
Right. If this
Run,
Zapper
little
connects,
Zapper.
something is wrong with this world.
That's another sleep. But you can prepare everything here. All the towers must be on control as well. Oh my god. Hadouken and...
Oh, nice block!
Oh, nice. Could have detonated to kill the workshop there, maybe. Not let it go to waste.
Yeah, Sheik wants to find more kills. He's getting bonus experience right now with a single hero. Every step closer towards level 3 is level 5 is very valuable. He takes out the Shredder. That's a lot of lumber income also gone now. And the gyro numbers certainly aren't there yet. Slow on the Dreadlord makes his life quite annoying. He's very low HP already. And the ghouls, they are easy fodder for this
Yeah.
MP, who is very, very close to 5.
You don't want to restock on ghouls, that's for sure. We got another donation by Boing with the €5. Happy New Year. Missed you. Thanks for the servers. Our pleasure. Thank you very much for the contribution. Double Temple and Slaughterhouse. We're going into Necro Wagon territory.
Oh yeah, how I love that strategy.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. But the Dreadlord solo is pretty cool. I feel like Sheik didn't do as much damage as he would have liked to have. Normally at this point you want to be level 5 and you want to run around with the Dreadlord and, well, snipe more and more economy. He's very close now. The Mud Golem gives him level 5. There we go. And now we have the powerful level 3 Hadouken, which can almost one-shot those peasants.
Wow, I rarely heard you celebrating a muddy death like this. You have no heart for muddy anymore, do you?
Did you see that? 200 damage with that carrion against the gyros. Needs a Orb of Corruption as well on the Dreadlord. And now it's about finding kills one after the next via peasants or flying machines or whatever and climb slowly towards the ultimate.
Yeah. And of course, unlock the tech for Necro Wagons. We see Exhumed Corpse already. And there's the Necro training. Pretty fast by now. Gotta be careful with this Dreadlord though. Oh my god, it's so much damage! Level 5 on the MK now as well. And the 2 Berserkers are just gone.
And they do give decent experience, level 4. Them being level 4, we see Dreadlord XP looking good. He's chasing after this Blood Mage. Don't think I can get him. He's trying to sleep him and then get into range again. The gyros.
We're getting too close.
Yeah, they don't get lifesteal, by the way, as we see here.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a big one! Ooh, that hurts!
Can he reach? No.
200 experience away. Oh, that peasant wants to give him a little bit more. He says thank you. Only 170 now.
He's gonna have so much AoE. With the Infernal, with Carrion Swarm. Even with Meat Wagons. It's gonna be an interesting fight. A super mega chaotic fight for sure.
And how the hell is he gonna deal with Necro Wagons, Neo?
Well, he's
I
good.
mean, okay, level 3 clap.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep, you get T-Split.
But what if he just gets slept and the MK is just out of commission?
A player's forces are under attack.
He's gonna wake him up.
Usually you have to kite back though, and then the MK might be stuck on the wrong side of the battle, just getting slept over and over.
Can you sleep banished heroes? Otherwise, it would be the play to just banish the MK, walk into the middle, use clap, and...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Alright, one
That's
Necro's
okay,
coming out.
probably.
Oh, supply blocked here is Sheik. Ooh, it's a big mistake. He's got so much gold.
Forces are under attack.
He's going for the mercs. Now he notices, damn, supply blocked. Time for 2 ziggurats.
Okay. Master's still not done, but yeah, this is his timing. ThorZaIN is getting stronger by the minute. He has every single production building, I think.
Dreadlord's mana not unlimited, by the way. He doesn't have a mana potion here.
I think
Cripple,
that,
very annoying.
yeah, especially against the Blood Mage. Like, if he's in range, this mana will just drown. Yeah, Cripple. What does Cripple really do at this point? Not much.
So many resources on Sheik that he can't spend. 1,500 gold.
Yeah.
And he's still supply blocked.
Yeah.
It's a big macro mistake.
That might just break his neck as well, but okay, here comes the push. 68 supply for ThorZaIN, 60 for Sheik. When are these ziggurats finishing? It's about time. Mortars are coming in as well. Full mana MK. There is a shop too. This priest will not see the light of day, but ThorZaIN seems very ready.
I'm staring at that experience bar. So far it hasn't moved for the Dreadlord. It's still at 1830.
Takes out the
Peasants
shop.
give experience, towers give experience. There's lots of experience to grab over here.
Good mana on the priest, but for how long? There's no archmage here. Shop is gone, so no mana potions. Gyros can't really do anything. Here's the first Carrion Swarm, level 2 for the Paladin. And this might start a slaughter.
The next carrion against the peons, against the peasants, could be so many kills. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
And that's level 6. Drop the base! Mr. Infernal, hello! Oh boy, that Blood Mage still doing his best with the Siphon. Dreadlord not moving out of range, but that's the last bit of mana, and that once again did tremendous damage. The Paladin seems like he's just melting. Cripple on both of them. Divine Shield use. What about the Blood Mage though? There's nothing to heal at the moment. Sheik, is he still overwhelming?
I think so. This goddamn Infernal, how is he supposed to deal with that?
I don't know.
Magic immune, can't be clapped, can't be storm bolted. The next Carrion Swarm leads to hero kill. The Blood Mage dies in the back. The Paladin also in trouble. MK is doing his best, but it's not enough. GG is called in 1-0 for Sheik with the Dreadlord.
Wow. What a testament of strength, man. Playing his very own style once again. No one else does it. Even with a little bit of a macro mistake here. That was just pretty good. ThorZaIN wasn't ready.
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably a one-off strategy because the Dreadlord is only really good against Mountain King because you can punish his weaknesses very well with a low mobility, with there being no water elementals, and so on. And because you can't get pushed on tier 2 dangerously like AM plus Alchemist can. And normally human only plays MK on TS, so for that reason, Dreadlord should probably only be playable there. But we'll see. With a lead now, she can dare something, I suppose. We're going to see what he does on the other maps.
Indeed. ThorZaIN again facing elimination early in a tournament. It is not the ThorZaIN of early 2020 and also like summer of 2020. The other guys are just stepping their game up. And he can't. at the moment. It is Echo Isles next.
All right. Dreadlord expansion does work there, but if you're playing against an AM, you can be in big trouble. Of course, what ThorZaIN was got famous for was his pally rifles. Pally rifles can be pretty good, can be really good against DK Fiends, but almost nobody plays DK Fiends anymore. Usually you play against Cryptlord nowadays, against which the pally rifles is not good. And also against Dreadlord expansion, it's probably also not that good. So ThorZaIN's favorite strategy might not be the right one to go for here.
Yeah, it was a really cool move by Sheik, I guess, to play this Dreadlord here on map 1, because there's like 2 other strategies now for him to play, like standard DK Fiends or Cryptlord. So ThorZaIN always has to be on his feet, knowing what's coming, and it's really, really hard. We have a couple of subs, Remo.
Mm-hmm. 1 second.
Okay. Oh, he's busy. Look at how busy he is. First time multitasking in 2 weeks. His brain is almost... You can see it working.
It's at full potential, Neil.
It is.
Like that stupid movie with Johnny Depp. Yeah, where we leave off, I think at Sir Kamru. Nummer 2 with the 30 months. Fezzo Fesp with the 25 months. Klo Kotze with the 2 months says, greetings, you're the best. Dach Paparok with 14 months says, boing boing. Paperson with the 17 months says, happy new Warcraft 3 year. Mr. Buttclicker with a $5. I think we had him earlier with ThorZaIN in the membrane. Side gifted a sub to said. People Frag with a 53 months says, happy new year, guys. All the best. A big thank you for another year. You keep us going with this beautiful game. If not for Warcraft 3, if not for you, Warcraft 3 would be a history for me. Instead, I'm still living the dream, watching my favorite game with amazing casters.
Oh.
Emoji. Side also gifting another sub. Robo Rumpel with a 3-month resub. Boing with a €5 says, happy new year, missed you. Thanks for the service. Ninjinsin with 32 months. And Guanzan with a 15 months says, I'm rooting for this human hero comp. Well, that didn't work out on map number 1. Map number 2. Hopefully a little better.
All right, this might just be the last map of the day, ladies and gentlemen, before we move into the playoffs, into the round of 8 that will be played in its entirety tomorrow. ThorZaIN, can he start a comeback and be the second human in the round of 8? Or is it going to be Sheik as the second undead, right? Yeah. Okay, that's the question here. Echo Isles it is. And
well, it would be the third undead, which would only be fitting because we need some undead overperformance up in here.
who am I forgetting? Sheik, happy? Excellent. Ah, yeah, of course. All right, it's no pally rifles. I can say that much.
Yeah, standard opening build here, which most certainly lead to an AM. Like, what's Sheik gonna go for? Is he gonna be the mad lad to play
so
DL
sick,
twice? I would assume not. I would assume Cryptlord would be my tingly feeling.
It would be a little bit of a disaster for Sweden once again after such a successful run in Season 3 with Little DC. And Sheik is going for the Cryptlord.
All right, Papa Roach is back in business, boys.
Yes.
And we have AM on the other side. It seemed like it would be a good play for ThorZaIN to go for the Mercamp creep to start off, regardless of what the opponent is doing. Because against Dreadlord and Cryptlord both, a Mercamp creep is really good. It is vulnerable to DK Fiend openings, but I think it's extremely unlikely that Sheik would go for that. But it seems like ThorZaIN is respecting that possibility and will not be going for a Mercamp here early on, but he still has to make sure he gets this Mercamp creep involved somewhere in his creep route, because you need the Mercs against CL.
All right, then. ThorZaIN was voicing quite a bit of frustration against the Cryptlord at the later stages of DreamHack, especially in some games on ladder then. But all right, maybe he learned something in between and knows how to deal with it now. Back to Archmage, back to Cryptlord. Ring of Protection, the Taught Curse is strong with ThorZaIN.
He's playing hyper aggressive. He doesn't even finish the first camp fully with his hero to move across already.
That's quite crazy.
Is he even gonna be in time to contest this camp?
That was his game plan at DreamHack as well, right?
There were too many games.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, and we were questioning that approach there already.
He can only get this last hit if Sheik messes up really hard. Oh, and the footy gets surrounded.
Uh-oh.
That's more experience for the Crypt Lord.
Uh-oh.
That plus the Trapper is level 2 for him. He ensures the last hit there.
180 experience. There we
And he
go.
ensures the
Gets the
best
second
there.
one as well. That's an impale, guys.
Oh.
And he can threaten us around with this. Oh no, when it rains it pours. ThorZaIN.
At least he got the level 2 across the map with a militia creep. Surround the water elemental. Ghouls, of course, can be pressured fairly well, but the thing is, more and more ghouls should be coming in from the main. Sheik, I don't think should be teching here at all, but should just brute force this expansion, because he should have way more staying power here. Summon the beetles over and over, bring in more ghouls from the main. Well, honestly, ThorZaIN is doing a decent job here so far. I think Sheik halted with the ghoul production a little bit in between, but now 4 more are coming from the main.
All right.
And then impales around is always a danger.
There we go. Locks it in. He can deal with the skeletons, but probably not with the ghouls. TP's out. Rough early game still. No counter expansion on the horizon, but at least the tech. A little bit of a ThorZaIN special. Tier 2 expansions.
Either that or tier 2 push with rifles. We've seen that before with Blood Mage or with Alchemist. It can work out, but it always seems like it's not 100% reliable if the undead is playing very well. This AM! Bro!
Oh, my.
You don't have a team!
Oh. What the hell?
Ballsy.
Can he
Ballsy,
steal
old man.
this? Oh, he stole it! And now 3 ghouls here as well.
And the footies are over at
Wait a minute.
the expansion. Wow, ThorZaIN might be getting the cancel. However, Crypt Lord is staffing over. Yeah, but that's a cancel. All right.
Ooh,
Not bad,
brave!
ThorZaIN.
Brave plays get rewarded, indeed.
He is so courageous with his Archmage here.
Yeah.
This could very quickly lead to utter disaster.
Yeah, playing on the edge for sure. He definitely needs a shop now. Tower coming up. Tier 2 finish. Here's the MK.
Forces are under attack.
Never let him go for level 3 Crypt Lord. This last hit was a pretty big one at the shop.
MK, okay. So that should be an expansion then. If you want to push, MK is not the hero to do it. That's going to be so much later than the Undead expansion though. With the Undead expansion already being delayed severely, it will still be a lot behind. And the AM still always has to be careful.
Yeah.
Always has to be afraid of that impale around.
No potion, no staff, no TP. He's playing with fire. Constant brawling. I like it. It's also time for Sheik to establish this expo finally.
This will be level 3 for the Crypt Lord if he gets the last hit. Had to invest in Impale, but also hit the footies with it. That was actually a really nice Impale. And now he's level 3.
Yeah, and with that, Impale gets a lot more powerful. Is it beat first? MK has arrived, and with that, it's a little easier to control the Crypt Lord and to play around possible impales, but not if you get surrounded, my friend.
Few ghouls are going down here, which is gonna limit Lumber a little bit, but of course with the Undead on 2 bases, you can certainly afford to lose a few ghouls, especially if you ensure that the creeping on the other side isn't too dangerous. AM still not level 3, MK with hardly any experience. ThorZaIN needs to catch up on levels here.
Yeah, for sure. There's still a lot to work with for Sheik as well. Lab, Murlocs, maybe even go for the middle. So you see the XP gap is not that big actually. But not having level 3 Archmage hurts a lot. So, Gloves of Haste for the MK, always nice to see. And it is indeed the tier 2 expansion for ThorZaIN.
Cryptlord hoping for the big mana potion and also for a fast level 4. That is really where the Cryptlord is a super scary late game hero as well. Level 1 Impale in the later stages, not that scary, but with a level 2 will be quite respectable. Nice game sense by ThorZaIN, figuring out the opponent might be there, tries to punish as much as he can. One ghoul is gonna be the only thing he can get out of this though.
But it's also Potion of Greater Mana for Sheik, as he was a little bit too late for the Saras to interfere with it. That's a lot to be working with, especially for a Cryptlord. Double level up for ThorZaIN, who still has 3 camps on his side of the map. No, Priest coming, Blacksmith coming only now. He can't even go for rifles at the moment. Maybe he doesn't need to. 4 now. But there's a DK coming, there's a second crypt. And the Expo's up.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, Sheik Slumber, bit the issue here. You cannot raise to tier 3 right away. That is a reflection of the ghouls dying earlier. But ThorZaIN is doing a good job here. That opening was definitely quite risky to go for. Could have gone a lot worse, but he got the cancel. He's following up with his own expansion. He's aggressively creeping camps away from the opponent. At least one here, which is good. Because in the end, it's going to come down a lot to hero levels.
A player's forces are under attack.
And so far, as you said, it's not looking too bad. At one point, ThorZaIN can fall back a little, creep the 2 camps. That's level 3. And yeah, he prevents level 4 for a long time. Has nothing to surround with anymore. There's no production at all except the DK. Like, he's not using his crypts for anything.
That's kind of weird. Fiends would help out a lot, just simply for creeping. We're gonna have a Slaughterhouse coming out now, so this is the most standard follow-up build on tier 2 and tier 3. Go DK second, double crypt fiends, and Slaughterhouse, and then later statues, A-bombs, Lich, and so on. But ThorZaIN has managed to maneuver himself into a decent position. However, what you need is tier 3. But somehow ThorZaIN was able to get this all working. He got the expansion, he's got the tier 3 coming. It's basically the same timing as the Undeads. She could have had his tier 3 a little bit faster, but made a bit of a mistake there. So ThorZaIN, I'm quite impressed with how well he salvaged this weird early.
Okay, Stormbolt to control the DK, using the Footman to put some damage on the second hero and prevent some coils maybe down the road, as there is soon to be a Stormbolt. There's just nothing on the field for Sheik. 38 supply is ridiculous. Fiends parked in the back. He's definitely respecting that Stormbolt and the surround opportunity that the Footman and Breakers give him. He's waiting for the tier 3 and contesting. Again, preventing higher undead levels. Still, he's playing the entire game without a TP. This is so crazy.
Yeah, if Sheik had had 4 fiends here faster, he could have threatened these priests fairly effectively with Impale. And yeah, some fiends might be going down, but so would the priests. It wouldn't have been a bad trade. I think it was just straight up a macro mistake by him to not start these fiends earlier. But anyways, now he has some. He's got 3 of them out. With that, he can creep fairly effectively, but ThorZaIN did a good job stealing experience away from the enemy side. And this is what it's going to be all about in the late game. Who has the better hero levels? ThorZaIN needs level 3 MK for level 2 Clap. He needs level 4 AM for level 2 Water Elemental. And everything else that the Paladin can get is great.
Yeah. ThorZaIN now has a big XP lead in points, but as you said, didn't hit the right levels yet. But he's working on it. 2 easy camps for him. One that's a little bit more out of the way, but that's where Sheik is at the moment, wants the level 2 for his DK. And 55 supplies. Breaking up, keep now going into double Slaughterhouse. Lich is coming, Burrow is coming. This is lining up to be a great tier 3 game for both of the players. Mountain King very tanky. Archmage with the staff. No orb yet, but I guess the Paladin will bring it then. Upgrades in research as well, and we see Inner Fire.
Very strong upgrade for the late game, of course, on tier 3. Lots of upgrades are coming in everywhere. We have A-bombs coming in for Sheik, Destroyer Form, and Disease Cloud. That is the strongest single upgrade that Undead has in the late game against Human, as far as unit upgrades go. And should be getting that here soon as well. But yeah, we're just muscling up here. 280 supply, slowly but surely. ThorZaIN is still waiting in 50. He's going to have to go into upkeep soon. He's always low lumber. The classic problem of Echo Isles.
I would love to see like a normal damage meter of how much damage fiends do in a regular game of Undead Human and how little they did this game. Because it felt like they only start attacking now. Which is quite fascinating. And yeah, respecting Stone Balls, I guess. Mana potion, heal potion. Heroes far to the side to make double sure that gets solo experience on that DK. We see a Sorceress Adept already getting prepared for the Abominations to come.
Still no upkeep, man. That looks so greedy. ThorZaIN here with 2 towers at the expansion, trusting in his heroes to hopefully help him survive. He has 3 breakers and 3 priests right now. Sheik could be hitting at this point with 70 supply and a frenzy timing or something. But Sheik is playing it a little bit slower. He's waiting for more upgrades. He's also upgrading the fiends. He's at the marketplace. He's buying some items there. Claws are pretty nice, I heard. There's one in there.
Hell yeah.
Dependent of energy. Hell yeah, why not?
That player's forces are
Did he just sell the circlets? No, he still has them. Okay. Alright, we're good.
Panic mode Remo.
That would not have been allowed.
Paladin has the orb, by the way. Should definitely switch that over. Didn't do that for now. He got 4, he got 3, he got 2 on the human heroes. That's the minimum. Is it enough, though? ThorZaIN supply stuck. Sheik continues to push. We do have Disease Cloud. We do have Burrow. We can morph a Destroyer as well against possible slow. And Invis. And Inner Fire. ThorZaIN's tournament life on the line here.
Inner Fire kicking in now. Baiting Sheik to morph Destroyers. That would mean no more statues on the ground. And of course the gyros are ready already. ThorZaIN has a really good army right now. If you could go up to 80, you would be able to build almost the perfect army. Going for the Crypt Lord right away. Slow starting to kick in. Again, trying to force Destroyers. And MK with a wonderful clap there towards the backline. Crypt Lord in trouble. No coil for him! Sheik with a massive mistake! Didn't use the coil. His first hero is dead. And, well, that's kind of unforgivable, as Todd would say.
Absolutely. There's now the Orb of Fire healing effects reduced. And boom, another big kill. Sheik had a decent bank. It is enough to get the Crypt Lord back from the tavern, but oh boy, that's 600 gold down the drain. He's using the potion immediately. Is he re-engaging into this fight after losing 7 supply? Apparently he is. Not much to impale, but he's going for it. Disease crowd spreading everywhere. He wants to counter kill on the MK.
A lot of heroes here, low HP. The slow is so helpful to slow down the heroes, make their life more difficult, but also not that much damage left in ThorZaIN's army. Heal scroll perfectly timed. Coil, Nova, Impale, everything towards this MK, but he survives. The rings are helping him out a lot. He has plus 11 armor, which is wonderful. Stormbolt on the DK. He's also a pretty tanky boy with the additional HP and armor that he has. The damage still seems to be lacking here for ThorZaIN a little bit.
Yeah, but there's no offensive coil. There could be an offensive coil, but it's not enough. There's also no Nova. And no Impale. So the heroes should be safe for now, especially with the Paladin. Gyros come in, take care of this Destroyer pretty much immediately. TP out by Sheik. Can he save this Destro? Can he save the rest of the army? Aiming for that DK a little bit. The Destro getting killed last second. Sheik still at 70 with the expansion running, but he calls for the GG, and ThorZaIN is back in the series.
Nice game there by ThorZaIN. An unusual opening, playing so aggressively. I think against a slightly better Crypt Lord player, this could backfire really hard. If he doesn't get that cancelled with the fullies, if that gets intercepted, if that is scouted for, this game can look very rough. Also, the mid-game follow-up, the Fiends were way too late. The tech in the first place was way too late because the Ghouls weren't made quickly enough, the Fiends weren't made quickly enough. Good opening by Sheik, but some real macro mistakes there towards the later stages put him quite far behind and gave ThorZaIN the opportunity to make that a competitive game. But this strategy, if he was to play against someone like 1-2-0, not sure if it would work out, but here it did. That brings us to a third map and a decision.
Absolutely wonderful that we get more content here. That's kind of what we were hoping for going into this match. And I'm curious about the map, of course. We don't know. Oh, it's Northern Isles. That is Sheik's pick. Doesn't surprise me too much, but this is going to be pretty tough for ThorZaIN, as Echo Isles was obviously his pick. Now we're going to Sheik territory. By the way, I want to point out that if you like what W3 champions provide on a daily basis, you can check out their Patreon. You can support them on a monthly basis here with pretty much every amount you can afford. We have slightly above 50 contributors at the moment, with more than 5,000 games being played per day. So the ratio is a little off there, if you ask me. Every single bit helps. You get some Discord benefits, like a supporter role. You get exclusive portraits that only supporters can get for W3 champions as well. And these portraits are pretty cool. I'm pretty sure Kenshin was involved in the design once again. You get like a nice piece of cheese, orb of venom, orb of lightning, medallion of courage, all the orbs, a gold coin, a chest of gold, and so many cool things that only Patreons get. So hop over to patreon.com/W3champions and support the boys and the lady.
Absolutely. Our last map of the day, the first day of the War3 Champions Season 4 final. Sheik or ThorZaIN? Who's going to make it through? Who's going to have the pleasure tomorrow to be allowed to play against Happy? We're going to have plenty of games tomorrow. 7 series to determine our next champion.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's going to be amazing. We will start at 1 p.m. Central European time. Don't miss that. We have another contribution towards Matcherino, by the way, by Obson. $20. Happy New Year. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. And we start our game, which is hopefully going to be absolutely wonderful as well, as it is decision time. Who's going to advance into the round of 8 alongside Todd, Cooper, Grubby, Sad, Cash, X-Lord, and Happy.
Thank you, Ninja Sin with the 32-month resub, Gwanzin with the 15 months, Thor with the 18 months says Happy New Year, Easy Nada with the 4 months, Ingo NL for gifting a sub, Shari with a sub, Nem182 with a 5 gifted subs, Knubbyquakes with the gifted subs, Bubbity with the 48 months, and Young Martizi saying Happy New Year, guys. Keep up the great work. Guys, thank you very, very much. Happy New Year to everyone who hasn't heard it yet. And I think we're starting off this new year pretty well with some awesome Warcraft action with the finest that Europe has to offer. And now with a decision on Northern Isles for who's going to move on to tomorrow.
Indeed, some big names already eliminated. Little DC, bronze medalist of Season 3, out! Hawk, the best European human, out! And now it might hit ThorZaIN, who's opening not with Pally rifles, but an Archmage. We will be seeing if he's playing him as aggressive as he did on Echo Isles and then follow up with the Tier 2 expansion, or if he has a different plan. Maybe bring back the double Arcane Tower. That's a little bit more defined than it was before. Sheik, Crypt Lord, no surprise.
Yeah, this map can be really tough for human. We have seen some humans starting to veto it, but only very few, because it seems like, well, there's a lot of pools in the maps in the pool that you don't want to be playing. Twisted Meadows being hated by most humans out there, and what's the other one that they always veto?
Not sure.
Not even sure right now. Some veto LR. I hope ThorZaIN didn't, because that's probably a bad idea. But anyways, we are on Northern Isles. Here the Crypt Lord can super easily, mega fast expand, creep it as the first camp, get level 2 right away, and then be aggressive across the map where he's level 2 and he can be sure that the AM isn't level 3. On other maps, that's not the case. For example, on Concealed Hill, the AM has a very good level 3 creep route into an expansion. Here, it's kind of the opposite way around. Here, the creep route for the Crypt Lord is much more beneficial. And ThorZaIN He's starting off with a fast camp himself. We have seen some aggressive strategies over here by humans over on NetEase. Not going for the expansion, but rather going Tuskar, Green, Lab, level 3, and then play aggressively. Is that the plan here for ThorZaIN? We'll see.
Okay then. Archmage unlocks the Brilliance Aura. Crypt Lord with the wonderful welcoming gift that is dependent of energy. TP sold. No Acolyte here yet, but it's coming. Trades out the hurt ghouls for healthy ghouls. And ThorZaIN jumps from green to green. No aggression at all yet.
Starts the tech. And it's going to go for simultaneous creep out of the militia. Okay, this is pretty cool. He's going to get level 3. He's going to have 5 footies, I believe. Yeah, 5 footies and level 3 AM. It's going to be a fairly powerful timing that he can go for. Sheik is blindly expecting the expansion, heading south with all of his forces, trying to attack an expansion. But there's no expansion there to be found, so scouting definitely lacking a little bit for Sheik.
Yeah, quite... yeah, some missed time here for Sheik. And ThorZaIN with an easy cancel. Okay, now the Haunted Goldmine has started. If he follows through with this, there's no way to get this up. And yeah, he's just missing a creep spot then, ThorZaIN is. But I guess it's fine. Talisman is always nice for a Crypt Lord, but getting an Expo up is way, way, way better. And he could even kill the Ziggurat and then shake a supply stuff.
And there's no way of saving this one. Normally you want to scout what the human is doing and react, and especially with beetles, that should be doable. This was not the best scouting that Sheik is presenting here, and now his expansion is cancelled, the Ziggurat is killed, and the plan B is the tech, but the tech is easily a minute behind that of the human, and that is not what you want. This build by Sheik seems to have a lot of holes.
And ThorZaIN is punishing it pretty hard. Opting for that one base ghoul run by, getting 1 kill. Okay. Can easily deal with that, but oh, Scroll of the Beast and Lightning Shield and Water Elementals. That's horrible. But the Lightning Shield can't really connect. It's rather hurting his own brothers.
AM stuck in the back there. He could staff out, but no, he can't even anymore because there would have been an impale. So he has to TP out, gets another ghoul, and killed 1 Acolyte.
Oh,
that is sort of worth it. That costs quite a bit of gold.
There's also quite some
Ghouls in the main.
Yeah.
Oh, they killed a lot of peasants.
Yes.
Oh, that hurt. But they're all trapped. He trapped them all.
All right, just make sure that the tower doesn't get the last hit. That's a lot of experience here.
He's plucking all the holes. That's pretty funny. Oh, nice deny. Okay, this also costs a lot of time where ThorZaIN is just standing here with his entire army.
It's not that much experience, I feel. Okay, he will deal with it eventually. And now we can move on.
Yeah, the thing is, Sheik's shielding some ghouls for lumber, so we have 3 right now, which is enough. But he has nothing else. He has 16 supply right now. I mean, we all know the Crypt Lord is strong. There's no question about that. But you would love to have some friends as well to help you fight. But
Todd would disagree.
Oh, there we go. That's his best friend, the Shredder. Hank Schrader on the case. Let's go.
Feels like it, right? Sheik and the Shredder. It is quite a relationship here. Well, that's 20 supply. And tier 3 has finished. What's the plan? Oh, tier 2 has finished, excuse me. What's the plan? Rushes tier 3. We don't see a second crypt, of course. What can he play on 1 base?
Yeah, you can just try to play Fiends, A-Bombs, Statue, Destroyer, all that good stuff, kind of the standard. But you do need a second hero at some point. He's delaying DK in favor of Slaughterhouse and the tier 3. Shredder's gonna go to town, but normally on 1 base economy, there's no real need for a Shredder, especially when you have 3 ghouls already. Well, okay, we'll see how it goes.
Rune Braces for ThorZaIN is excellent to be ready for Coil Nova Impale. No Blacksmith yet for ThorZaIN, right? No rifles, just casters. Interesting builds that the Swede presents us here.
Crypto again, scouting around the corner. Perhaps expecting an expansion now. We saw the tier 2 expo before, but we don't see it here yet. ThorZaIN scouting is really good this game. And I feel like Sheik's isn't the greatest. But at least he's getting some more experience in. Crypto is creeping up more here over at the Scorpions, the Arachnids. And getting closer and closer to level 5. Is he gonna play him solo? No. Okay. DK is finally joined.
It would be bonkers indeed. Oh, that's Sentry Wards, but he can't really pick him up. Archmage, Mountain King, into steal this maybe. Picks up the circlet and Impale to get out. Scroll the Beast committed again. This time on Sheik's side doesn't really do anything. The Sentry Wards are still on the ground. That's a generous gift for ThorZaIN.
Player's forces are under attack.
I would love to creep the red camp right now, but I don't think his army is strong enough. Especially with the Crypt Lord around. But what ThorZaIN can also do is just chase after this Crypt Lord and kind of use the staff and get impaled. Okay. I tried to deal with the ghouls because they are harassing at the expansion. Nicely done here by Sheik. Finally, he finds the damage at the natural that he was hoping to find.
Yeah, it's really cool how in the past weeks and months multitasking in Warcraft 3 has become way more important thanks to the Crypt Lord and the Ghoul run-bys, and everybody is responding to that and implementing that into their own toolbox. And here we go. Impel on the workers. Ghouls almost all dead. Coil, not too sure if that was supposed to hit the Passant, but maybe he just wants to get rid of them all. And then it is a good call after all.
Oh, we got them all.
All of them.
That hurts. That hurts a lot. Is he gonna call more? Yeah. Gonna send them over, but that delays the expansion by a ton. And you know, I was praising ThorZaIN's micro scouting before. Maybe there he should have been looking for the ghouls a little bit better, but well done there by Sheik, finding the opening, finding the damage, and then that level 2 impale certainly helped out tremendously right there against the peasants.
Sheik is adding a gargoyle to just be safe from Zeppelin drops, I believe. And yeah, he bought himself so much time. It's quite unbelievable. Not even using militia forms, so the transition from left to right took quite a bit. And it's level time. Level 4.5 Crypt Lord. He needs level 2 DK. Waiting for the Lich. 4 orbs. Statues are coming as well. ThorZaIN, what do you do now? How do you buy yourself some time?
At the moment he's playing super defensively. Not creeping anything, just hanging on his expansion. Doesn't want to take that amount of damage again. And now having no TP anymore is kind of annoying. If he had a TP, he could just be creeping in the top left and then TP over to the expansion if that need arose. But yeah, he doesn't have that anymore. He's waiting for the expansion to finish, which finally it does. And he's going to be going into tier 2 army of breakers and gyros.
Looks like ThorZaIN needs tier 3 at some point. And that point is not too far away. Because destroyers will be there, abominations will be there, levels are rising, you want the staff, you want the orb. But without an expansion, always hard to justify the cost. Red spot time. What are they gonna get?
Lots of great items to pick up here. Could send the Crypt Lord away for more experience on Lich and DK, but at the same time, level 5 Crypt Lord is so good that you probably want to stick around with it.
Helm of Valor for ThorZaIN and level 3 MK. Sent the Archmage away, far away. Battle! Oh my god. Ancient Django of Endurance. I was about to say Battle Bongos, but no. Ancient Django is an insane amount of movement speed now.
ThorZaIN going for the TP and heal scroll. He wants to go for a bit of a distraction attack. Going to the undead main. Force a reaction and then probably TP back. Footy Scout again on point now. In the North sees where Sheik is. And that definitely opens up the option of attacking the main. In the meantime, he's also keeping eyes on the expo, where now there is an Acolyte moving, by the way.
A player's forces are under
Okay.
Oh, that Shredder.
Yep.
That Shredder.
Juiciest of all targets. That's such an easy kill. Oh, expensive. I mean, lumber-wise, it's not the biggest deal, but did that justify its cost? I don't think so. Trades for the TP. Did a little bit of echo damage as well. Didn't even lose a unit there.
Yeah, ThorZaIN did a good job TPing out real fast, because if you overstay against Impale and Nova and Coil a little bit, bye-bye priests. Back to Vatican.
Vatican.
The Vatican, yeah. That's
Okay.
that's where all the priests have to go before they become priests. This is it's a priest recruitment, Neo.
Shouldn't production take a little longer if you have to fly them in from Italy?
Hey, but they need to be qualified. You know, they need to stay at the 16th chapel for a few hours, and then boom, there we go.
That's where they meet the spider in the basement, right?
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, and off you go.
We had 2 pendants of energy, by the way, on this soon-to-be level 5 Crypt Lord. That is a very big weapon. Yep, they got lost in the cellars of the Vatican. Ouch! In the catacombs there.
Alright, ThorZaIN scouted the expo. Might cancel it. Well, actually, probably not. Because Sheik is hot on his heels. And he's so damn fast with the aura.
He's really fast.
He is quite speedy. You might call him Gonzalez. Wasn't it also a football player? Gonzalez?
I think Gonzalez is a very common name in Spanish and
Si, senor.
Latin America, so the chances are very high. MK saved as well. It's like saying Müller is probably a football player in Germany. Yes. Müller is such a common name, you know?
Yeah.
Or Smith. Smithy.
Levels on Sheik are looking scary. Crypt Lord 5, DK about to hit 3, Lich level 2 already, which is also very valuable for Nova plus Frost Armor.
Sheik's
But
taking control.
ThorZaIN, if he has time to produce up to 80 supply, he can once again build the perfect army. The perfect army is like 8 gyros, 6 breakers, maybe 2 knights, priests, and sorks. Very importantly, sorks. And that is an army that a lot of undeads can have a lot of trouble with.
Do you think he has the
But
time
if
for that?
the numbers are too low, the human army oftentimes looks quite disappointing.
Wait, the human army is not better than your army then?
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes, I think.
2 destroyers up. How's the anti-air looking? It's only not even a handful of gyros and the push starts. Towers will be gone in a split second. Making it a little easier for Sheik. He could also... Oh, MK. Caught off guard a little bit, but the Paladin is ready. Next target probably Guard Tower indeed. ThorZaIN is making a decent job in draining Destroyer mana, but he always getting something for it.
Waiting for more production. Waiting for a force big enough to repel the undead. Maybe you should call militia? Yeah, he's doing that. Lumber's looking good enough to be able to do this. Until the militia come in, ThorZaIN shouldn't fully engage. And some free experience from the Beatles. Peaceful. Thank you. Alright, here come the militia. Now it's time to go. Ooh, that impaled.
Yep, that hurts. And Sheik seems to be happy with this. His destroyers have no mana anymore. His expo is running. It's 2 base, 2 base. His expo will be running a lot longer than the one of ThorZaIN. And damage is done. So at the moment, it's only Sheik at 2 bases. He controls the marketplace. He controls the shop.
Yeah, not a bad position. His hero levels are looking way better compared to Echo Isles, where the game was sort of similar, where we had 2 base at some point. But the closer we get to 80 supply, the more the human flourishes normally. And we're starting to get there. 66 right now. More Sorks are coming in. More Breakers will be coming. A few Knights should be joining.
And
that all combined with Clap, and maybe Blizzard, though most likely not, can make the human a lot stronger. Orb of Fire definitely still missing, but ThorZaIN not quite infinitely rich right now.
It feels like ThorZaIN still needs so much to be ready. Like, this Paladin is a target. Would kind of love to see Rune Braces on him. But Focus Fire will be on the Mountain King, so definitely understandable if he's not putting one. But yeah, 0-1 upgrades on the gyros, on the breakers. Not a single knight yet. Sorks are slowly starting to trickle in.
Gyro numbers are looking really good right now. It's like 11 or 12 gyros. Way too many to web anymore. And now ThorZaIN finds his opening. Stormbolt on the Crypt Lord. If he surrounds him, could be dangerous, but then again, there's an invul. Destroyers in the back having severe trouble against these gyros.
One down.
1, 2 gonna be going down. There's a lot of experience as well.
Oh, that's 15 supply. About to drop. That's 10. Has one more coil. Can he save both of those? Ouch! That's 15 supply.
The town is under siege.
Late
Okay.
game human is finally kicking in. The numbers are there. 70 supply and upward. This is where the human shines.
Forces are under attack.
And especially the air fight is a lot more easier for the human to manage. We have no destroyers anymore, and now the sorceresses can come in.
Yeah.
Sorceresses and gyros, they have a wonderful synergy.
Need the slow trap, and here comes the clap. He's going for the paladin, just as I said, but the staff is ready. Trades it for an abomination. This one will go down for sure. Mana for Sheik is very, very limited.
He didn't have Disease Cloud yet. This could have worked all this time, but he kind of forgot about it a little bit. Heal Scroll coming through. Mana is running out. Crypt Lord is dry. DK is dry. Sheik has to get out of here.
But Willy, though, Invul Potion on the Crypt Lord. He has the movement speed advantage for sure, but what can the Mountain King do against that? Sheik turns around, feeling brave. Oh, dodges the Stormbolt. Wonderfully done.
So at this stage in the game, when destroyers don't really work anymore because of gyros, this is when you want to transition to Banshees. Banshees for anti-magic and maybe even some possession against knights. However, we haven't seen any knights at all yet, in fact. Still none in production, just more casters and gyros and so on. And ThorZaIN's going to rely on his heroes for damage. This is also the time where you need to start sort of thinking about a third base because the mains are somewhat soon expiring.
2,600. Still 5,000 at the expansion. That's, of course, the upside of ThorZaIN's Tier 2 expansion. Usually main and natural are running dry at the very same time. Not with this timing. And we have a little bit of a push.
AM level 5. Is he going to go for Aura or Water Elemental? I always love seeing Aura.
Sheik has no lumber. Sheik has no lumber at all. How many ghouls are there?
He rebought the Shredder just a little while ago.
Okay. Wow, he killed so many acolytes.
And there's no Necro here, so they're going to have to spend a lot of time walking from the main.
Nice. ThorZaIN identifying this, seeing this weak spot, and punishing it hard once again. He can afford TPs. It's not the best thing in the world to do, obviously, as they're expensive. But he can still afford a quite decent army.
More breaker upgrades coming and more casters. It's a little bit dangerous in the late game for human as well when you're transitioning more and more into ground. If you don't have enough gyros, suddenly 3 destroyers out of nowhere could ruin your day. So you always have to have gyros ready, but at the same time, they could just end up being useless if there are no destroyers. But you just have to have them. You have to be ready for destroyers.
Yeah. Sheik being more aggressive. Disease Cloud ready. MK scouts this. Good invis, catching the Crypt Lord off guard. Trying to force a TP, but that doesn't really work. Impale hits, but doesn't get any kills here. Still no level 2 Paladin. Still a liability. But look at the body blocks from ThorZaIN. This Crypt Lord can't really get out of position here. One Stormbolt after the next hits him. There was a potion, there was a couple of coils, but that's also an invite to this Impale.
Pally in trouble, but this invis protects him along with the inner fire. All the human upgrades are kicking in. Only thing missing is Polymorph, which might be coming soon. Oh, that clap into the backline, doing big damage. MK out of mana for now, but has the mana potion still. I imagine he's going to be using it very, very soon. A-bomb is taken out. Bit of stink still on the ground. Another A-bomb comes in from the main, but it feels like Sheik should be having way more A-bombs than this.
Feels like it. ThorZaIN 66 supply moving forward. Again, the body blocks onto this Crypt Lord. He really wants him gone. He wants this TP gone for 350, of course. That would limit the potential to rebuild the army. Disease Cloud is spreading everywhere. Priest in the front row. A little bit of miss micro, but the Holy Light is ready. Is it in time, though? Heal comes against it. Priest is safe. The Abomination once again down to like 1/10 of his HP. It just melts. Does the same go for the Paladin? Not really. He has an Invul Potion, and that forces the TP. With the Paladin being safe. Whew, what a clash!
And that fight does go to ThorZaIN.
Yeah.
It was sort of close, but he definitely comes out on top here. Had to use 2 heal scrolls, I believe it was. Definitely needs to make sure to buy those again, otherwise Impale Nova and Disease Cloud could ruin his day, but this was a really good trade for him. In the late game, inner fire and slow. This is where human can really start to take over the late game when they can ensure that there's no destroyers, and that is what the gyros are ensuring. They're in the air, they're making sure no destroyers will be coming in, and if destroyers do come in serious numbers, then you can hard counter them fairly easily with making more and more gyros. Really good game here by ThorZaIN. He's getting very close now to that 80 supply. The mains are very soon to mine out, by the way. And then we're going to be back to 1 base income.
Indeed. At one point, Sheik had queued 3 abominations. He's moving away from that now. Spending his resources a little wiser with the next attack upgrade. What's next? There's a little bit more gold in ThorZaIN's main. There is a lot more gold in Sheik's expansion. Where do we go from here? This game is not over yet. 2-1 upgrades on the breakers. Still not a single knight in this entire game. And the 3-0 coming for Sheik's Fiends. Lich is turning into a monster, by the way, with the 2 claws.
The 2 might clash in the middle momentarily. Sorceress, Master Training, soon to be done. We're gonna see some polymorph here. I imagine the mana on them is looking good.
Yeah.
Beautiful army spread. 7 breakers for the front line, 4 priests, 3 sorks, and a couple of gyros up in the air. You know what? I even like that he doesn't have knights, because knights are really easy to focus. They will always be running into the front line, and they take full damage from fiends. Here we go. MK leads off with the clap once again. Beetles in the mix. We don't have control magic yet, but we'll have it soon. He can also, of course, just dispel them, as we see here. Pal in the front line was about to be focused, but the Divine Shield was there, and Sheik always has to fall back. It seems like Sheik never is able to do that much damage, although Impale against the casters could be really good right now.
Polymorph, being dispelled, but that's 2 destroyers in the air now, 10 supply. The consumables for ThorZaIN look amazing, by the way. Heal scrolls, 2 mana potions, heal potions, invo potions. He got it all. A wonderfully filled bar for the Swede. Next hammer goes to the Fiend. Will be, oh, almost another kill, but gets the Abomination instead. 56 supply only for the Russian Undead. As we are down to 1 base, 1 base.
ThorZaIN on his march forward into the quarters. He'll be making happy there. It's looking very good for him now. ThorZaIN was able to weather the storm, survive, and build the perfect late game army. There's 1 piece missing for Sheik in his army, and that's Banshees. That is usually one of the strongest late game techs you can go for with anti-magic and with possession, but Sheik never went for it, and that is dearly costing him now. He's been getting bullied by ThorZaIN over the last couple of minutes here in these fights, but even if he hasn't been trading most effectively, maybe he can win this with economy. With that top left expansion, this is his last chance to win this game, but ThorZaIN scouted it.
Yeah, that's what the
So he knows
gyro's best usage is at the moment. Spreading out, check bottom left, check upper left, check bottom right, and make sure the undead can't haunt another gold mine. Once again, the inventory for ThorZaIN, wonderful. Mountain King is very, very close to 5 as well, so this is going to be a big problem. Sheik is kind of pushing. If this is last resort, even with the Shredder in. He's trying to buy time, I guess, for this expansion upper left.
Exa was cancelled though. The Water Elemental did a lot of damage there, easily enough to force that kill. Weird position for ThorZaIN. He can't engage into these Fiends too easily. He lost a lot of peasants right there. Didn't quite get the Fiend, but enough peasants are certainly left to still be able to fully mine. And the MK just got level 5 somewhere with the gyros, killing the destroyers in the top. Sheik wasn't looking. The destroyers are all dead. Sheik down to only 49 supply with ThorZaIN's 71.
10 supply again. Just gone. And now it's time to shine for the Sorceress again. He can just polymorph this entire army and then it's quote-unquote only undead heroes. But look at this massive army for ThorZaIN. 70 supply, 2 breakers. Mana is not a problem at all. Everything filled to the brim. And he's mining again. Sheik. Just desperate. Trying to get this expo up. He knows the upper left haunted gold mine is the win condition. But ThorZaIN wants to brawl, wants to end this game.
Level 3 clap. Hello, says the Mountain King with the first of probably many of those. Lots of mana being invested against this A-bomb. Kind of fulfilling its job. Soaking up the damage. Impale comes through. Hits 4 targets. Not the greatest though. This is the strength of the breakers. Having that magic immune front line. And there's just not enough A-bombs to ever deal with them. And most importantly, no Banshees to protect against the spell damage.
Yeah.
ThorZaIN has weathered the storm for the ultra late game and has played a really good game. This game seems to be his now.
I agree. Oh my, that Nova was a nuke though. Still easy to reproduce with 600 gold in the bank, but maybe that's the way for Sheik to come back. Sniping with Coil Nova Impale. keeping the supply as low as it possibly can. Oh, the breakers take over the skeletons now. Nice play by ThorZaIN. And it feels like Sheik is being, or will be eliminated here soon. Another TP, I don't think he can afford that. If he TP's home to his base, the upper left expansion will be falling. Nova is massive on level 2. The gyros again with an excellent job. Ooh, a little lucky that the destroyer survives. But yeah, he TPs.
Prevented mining. Sheik Shredder killed a couple of peasants here. Finally, the water elemental is here to clean this up. But ThorZaIN hadn't been mining really for a long time. Oh, those fiends though. Those fiends living a dangerous life right now.
They're supposed to bring security to this expansion, which is now finally finished, but maybe he has to unsummon it immediately. That's 3 supply gone. That's probably 6 supply gone. Holy Light, long range, Acolyte survives. Can't say the same about the fiends. But Sheik is willing to trade.
Yeah, Sheik realizes win condition. He's not going to win straight up fights. Not for a long time. The way he wins this is with economy. Smartly, ThorZaIN pulled back his peasants, not letting them fall at the expansion. He knew this attack was coming in. But this is that expansion, I think. He has a TP though.
Yeah. Is he willing to
Might be close.
use it? Haunted is still up for 350. Lich hitting hard. Cryptlord hitting hard. I don't think he can hold this anymore. Nope. It's a trade. Straight up trade.
Sheik. Can he steal this game away from ThorZaIN? It seems like it should be the Swedes. But at the end of the day, it's not about who can win a fight. It's about who can kill the buildings.
That is indeed the essence of Warcraft 3. ThorZaIN, known as one of the smartest players in the history of RTS, will Sheik outsmart him and have the better move at the end of the day.
Again, he evacuated peasants, this time from the main to the north. Really good play by ThorZaIN. He realizes how important these workers are in a game like this.
In RTS,
the game is very close to level 6, by the way.
Yep. Haunted gold mine down. Nobody's mining anymore. Archmage mass teleport would be amazing. Beetles take care of the workers. They are not safe here.
Oh, he needs to protect these peasants. These are very important. Cannot send them into the undead army.
Castle is almost falling. Town portal home now.
That A-bomb should be a free kill.
Whoops.
Oh, the MK. Bit of a weird position. Doesn't have boots. It's kind of annoying.
You can polymorph.
A player's forces are under attack.
Crazy game to end the day. Last map of the day comes down to this. No income. Going for the paladin here. Nukes him. There is a potion. 2 potions actually. Clap being big in the back. And there's pretty much no chance for a destroyer. It needs to sustain off the statue.
That was almost level 6 for the AM, by the way. I think he needs 1 more fiend for the level up.
Not willing to go for it yet.
Crazy impale, but can't follow up with any more damage.
Exactly. Gyro's being sniped, helping with levels. Close to level 6 Cryptlord as well, and close to level 4 Lich.
The beetles killed all but 1 peasant.
Oh, wow.
There's a single peasant alive.
That's nuts. Where is it? Oh, there. What a game.
Oh, the statue gets slowed. There's not enough gold right now for a destroyer morph, and even if, it would be falling. Is that level 6?
Statue down. It's not level 6 yet. The castle is about to fall. He can't produce any units anyway, but that would mean no potions. Holy Light, he wants this fiend gone. He wants level 6. Massive number to the back for Paladin. Needs the potion, gets the potion. High stakes fight now. How many coils are there still? That was the last one for a few seconds. And then he's out. No mana regen, of course, for Sheik.
Slow from the Sorgs helping out here a lot. The disease cloud is also kicking in quite hard. The priests have to work overtime. That Burrow won't save the fiend. Dude, does this one beetle really kill the castle? Are you kidding me?
What?
There's a single beetle at work.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this castle's dead now. Oh my god, this game is so weird.
There's still 1 peasant on the right-hand side. Skeletons help out this brave little beetle.
Forces are under attack.
And there's another clash coming. Sheik, a kingdom for a statue. He only has... Oh, he has a couple of reinforcements in the main. Pooled them there.
ThorZaIN could send out water elementals, make them invisible, send them to the undead main, and go over there with mass teleport, kill the buildings, kill the units, whatever. But yeah, this is all about building elimination now.
Yeah. And both, like, they don't have the greatest building kill army.
Forces are under attack.
The two abominations are probably the absolute best.
It still seems like ThorZaIN has an advantage though, because if it comes to a fight, he will win the fight. But
what was that? Did he just use mass teleport?
He staffed a flying machine. It's at the barracks.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, of course. That's something you see every day.
Why is it at the barracks though?
Because
there's at the altar.
There's no main. I don't know. Maybe it goes
but
clockwise.
normally you're staffed to the altar. We see this for night elves the most.
You know, human units are so strong they get confused as heroes.
Oh, last acolyte dead. We have one single worker on the map remaining. It's the peasant. But he can't he can't bring his gold sack anywhere. There's nothing to deliver. Nowhere to deliver to. MK full mana. He's looking thirsty.
Okay, ThorZaIN, can he close this out? 16 supply lead, free mana region. No summons to use in open battle for Sheik. He's retreating into his main. There's one acolyte, by the way, left in the main. But no gold. Oh, the blocks again. How many times did this MK block for a kill?
I think Sheik made a positional mistake. He should have always been in position to counterattack. But now ThorZaIN can just attack the main. And he should be stronger, taking a head-on fight.
ThorZaIN takes over the beetles. So they can't help. Beetles bottom right, making sure there's no expo there or long distance mining or anything. Another beetle killed in the main of ThorZaIN.
The town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
This beetle's so obnoxious. Or the beetle's so obnoxious.
He sent home all of the casters.
I think it was a mistake. Send them back.
Seems a bit of an overreaction. But Sheik is doing this well. He's playing very rat style. It's just doing everything he can to possibly win this game. And that is just sending out beetles, doing 20 damage to the buildings at a time.
And that's, of course, because this tournament is so prestigious. The best ladder on the planet. You want to be the ladder champion. But here we go. Last stand, probably literally a lot of position here, deep in the middle of the army. Look at the new glitch gone. Bye-bye, Sheik. GG. That was 10,000 damage thrown onto that Lynch, and ThorZaIN survives to see another day, to see the final day.
And we're gonna have him matched up tomorrow against Happy. ThorZaIN against Happy. That is a series that has provided us with amazing games over multiple years, over multiple series. It's not gonna be a best of 5. It's not gonna be a best of 3. Best of 5 will be starting in the semifinals then. So Happy versus ThorZaIN, Xlord versus Cash, Sed versus Grubby, and Todd versus Cooper.
Indeed, that is a wonderful, wonderful quarterfinal, if you ask me. Couldn't think of much better players. Maybe name-wise, Mikael's instead of Sed, but it's always cool to have a rising player trying to make a name for himself. And there's still the possibility that we get Todd, Grubby, Xlord, and Happy in the semifinals. Oh, that hype, dude. That would probably be the hypest Final Four we could imagine.
Yeah, lots of great possibilities here. Pretty much no matter how this shakes out, we're going to have amazing games, which is really, really cool. Tomorrow, we're going to be starting much, much earlier than today. Yeah. It's going to be 1 p.m. tomorrow, and it's going to be 7 series. A nice, long, wonderful championship Sunday here on Back to Warcraft. After everyone went to church, of course, first. So we can all be here blessed and free of sin. And then we're going to have an amazing day.
Obviously, Remo, obviously. Can Grubby repeat his top 3 or top 4 run of Season 2? Can Todd improve from his top 6 performance of last time? Will Happy reclaim the throne, or will it be someone else? Will it be an underdog like the Sad or the Cashes, or maybe in this case now, even the ThorZaINs duking it out? I can't wait to start the stream tomorrow, man. I got the biggest smile on my face. Not because we had so many cool games here, but also your contributions. Like, this was for sure the best start to a stream probably ever. 40 minutes, $2,000. I don't know how many subs by now and how many direct donations to us, but feels like you guys really missed us, and yeah, warms my heart. Great start to a hopefully great year. We got quite some things in the works for you guys in the pipeline. We're not stopping. We're not getting lazy. We're not losing our passion here. And you will see that starting tomorrow with the W3C European Round of 8. Next week, W3C American Round of 8. Monday, we start with the ESL Cup coverage. They moved back from Tuesday to Monday, so we can cover them again. And we have the $20,000 best of 5 between Infi and 120 next Sunday as well. So we kick off 2021 with quite a bang, I would say.
Yeah. It's good to be back. It was really nice here to finally have the break over with and cast again. And I think you guys enjoyed it as well. We saw it reflected in the viewer numbers, certainly, and also in the contributions, which haven't stopped, by the way. We don't want to forget any of you, of course. So thank you, Propaganda Pander with a sub, Gabo Gab with the 8 months, resub, BBF BB Arnby with the 2 months, Sonic Banger with the 2 months, Napoleon Bonafarte with the 14 months says, Happy New Year from Chicago, guys. Thank you. Ina with the host, Masbash95 with a 15-month resub, CKMD with the 7 months says, how could the year start better? It's hard to do, man. It was a pretty nice start indeed. And Slamkache with a 34 months says, seems like the best year in War 3 with B2W and Flow, and I'm more than 15 years in game. Hell yeah, dude. The future is bright. War 3 Champions is doing an amazing job, and the celebration has only started of our wonderful War 3 Champions ladder. Tomorrow is going to be the final day, and we're going to have another king, another champion to crown.
Spread the word about the remaining players. Spread the word about the starting time, 1 p.m. Central European time. See you then, guys.